See how badly I get scared this time, or if I actually run into the monster. I'm doing this stream basically every night at the same time. So if you ever just want to watch Amnesia, come by at like 1 o'clock. Alright, so back to where we left off. So I don't get my ears blown out. Make sure that I don't touch my headset anymore. Pleasant noises. Start the stream. Welcome to the Amnesia stream. Right where we left off. Uh, um, Refinery. I was not guessing. I know what I need to do. Just parkour. Rethink. And times let's go right. Let's go. Is it water? No. I totally forgot about the dark. Oh, a hammer. Oh, losing my screens. I think I'm supposed to, I don't really know what I'm supposed to be doing, but I think I'm supposed to like I think I need to like mix it. Oh wait. Go in here. rewinds. Oh, I just rewind something. Did this thing hurt me? It hurt me in the beginning, so I thought it would again. Nice. Where'd this come from? Is this what I do? Right here? Yeah. Give me go. Maybe put it down here. What? What's that all about? Come on, man. I'm just doing my job. Somebody was actually coming. I'm watching that door. Oh, that heats up. This supposed to be like an audio cue or when it's done. That's pretty cool. Oh. It was the stairs? What the heck? How am I supposed to get back up then? What? That's not fair. I'm not a parkour master, right? Maybe he is. How do I get out? Okay, so now that the stairs are gone, what's the other way out? can do it a second time? Cool. I need to empty it then. Okay, I probably only get like a certain amount of time to do these things. I need to be careful with my lantern. Maybe I do some parkour.
The particle editor is also a fine part of the tool bundle, and it is what we use to create particle effects for maps and events. We use particles to do nice effects like the flames in torches and the smoke that comes out from them. All we have to do is add one or more particle emitters, set up some parameters like starting position and speed, on all sorts of fadings in size, color or speed. It's funny how you can simulate all kinds of effects with such simple elements. I very much recommend you to try it yourself.
Do I not just jump up? That's what it seems like. This looks more open than it was. But, what the heck am I supposed to do here? But really? That was so simple. I had thought of that, but I didn't think I would use that. That I could use. I thought I was gonna use like all the other stuff. Bro, why are you doing it again? It did the thing again. It hit me. I think it's mad at me. I don't think it likes. Yeah. I'm an alchemist now. What's this? Binary?
It sure is dark in here.
Yes, and there's a good reason for it. But you can light the lamp now if you wish.
What's the reason? For the darkness, that is.
Stay close. Be careful not to stray.
What's the reason? Why is it so dark?
Pay attention, Daniel. It's important that you keep going straight and make sure not to stray.
Okay, yep, I'm running out of oil. I have some tinder boxes, 14. Okay, I should have used more tinder boxes rather than oil in the beginning. What's my insanity looking like? Okay, a slight headache.
June 1839. It's been more than a month since my last entry. After the event inside the underground chamber in Algeria, Professor Herbert insisted I return to England. He said he didn't want to risk forfeiting the entire expedition lest I took a turn for the worse. An excessive decision, in retrospect. But I'm glad it turned out that way. I found my journal this morning in the haphazard collection of things brought home from Africa. Next to it lay the broken stone orb wrapped in cloth. I tried to assemble it, but couldn't. The pieces wouldn't fit together, as if they weren't from the same object. Could I have imagined it all? Was there ever a complete orb?
Are there like acid pouring from the ceiling? What the fuck? That scared me. Can I run across it? Okay, so I can be on it, just not for long. What's this? Nice. This is a police system. This game is so spooky.
June.
I don't know what that was.
I feel the need to continue this journal, even though it was intended for my journey to Africa. This must be something very important. I just know it. I've taken it upon myself to piece the orb back together, but it's been more difficult than one might think. The pieces are behaving strangely. They seem to change color, shape, and texture, but ever so slightly. Yesterday, I took careful measurements and notated any significant markings. Today, I confirmed my suspicions. They were changing. I was terrified and rushed off to see the finest geologist in London, Sir William Smith. I approached the subject with care and we discussed how rocks change form. He told me about the nature of glass, how it eventually collapses on itself, like ice slowly melting over the course of centuries. Smith eased my mind a bit, but I can't escape the feeling that these shards have otherworldly properties.
Okay, so what progress am I making now? What's the goal here? Like, what am I trying to get? So let's take a look at this, right? We're in here for what reason? The refinery, right? Let's see. This is folklore, okay. Wine cellar. I know there's something about the refinery. So here's and da. Okay. Regarding the closing of a wine cellar. I don't see anything. Wait, the rope won't pull the hat. Something must be clogging the pulley. Oh, I need to go back to the... pull. Okay. Come on, hurry up. That's scary. That is actually scary. Oh. What the hell just happened? What was that? I just had an instinct jumped out of the water. I don't even want to move anymore. Can this thing kill me? What the fuck is happening? Holy shit. Which way am I going? Am I going in there?
Everybody ate?
Hold up. Yeah.
Everybody ate?
Yeah.
So that's what the fish ate.
Alright. We're back. So I should have listened to those. Alright, okay. Make her run. It's kinda slow actually. But now I'm in a corner. Whoa. This is intense.
At first, the creature in the water, affectionately called Lurky here at Frictional Games, did not have a sense of sound. Later on we wanted to add it though, so the player could lure it away by throwing stuff in the water. When I added this, something unexpected happened. Lurky started following me. When you jump on the crate, it hears the sound you make when you land and it goes there to investigate. This was very fun emergent behavior, and I think it made him even more menacing. I also want to add that Lurker was kind of inspired by my favorite movie as a child, Tremors. I guess this early obsession might also explain some creatures in our older games.
Wait. So what if I step in the water and crouch? No, that's probably a bad idea. I don't have anything to throw. Well, like, if I'm on the crate... Okay, listen. If I'm on the crate, right? He can't get me. That's what it seems like. Like, that's what it seems like. So if I run to the door, I hit the door, and it doesn't open, I jump on the crates, and I'm safe. But what happens if he hits me? Do I die instantly? Or do I, like, just start over? Like, these are the things you gotta think about. Like, I'm scared. I don't wanna die. Okay, what's the worst that can happen, though? What's the worst that can happen? Alright. Where is he? I think he's like right there. Guys. Did I just lose him? No, I didn't. Whoa. That's cool. Anything else for me to grab? Alright, I'm gonna hold this. Why is it so fast right now?
Hello, I'm Mikko Tarmia, the composer from AMNESIA The Dark Descent. You may have heard my music before if you played the Penumbra game series, and I did a couple of tracks for Penumbra Tech Demo too. So this is my 5th project with Frictional Games, and I'm happy to be a part of the team.
Is that it?
The Guardian monster has its own musical theme, which you can hear in many situations in the game, even if the Guardian is not physically present. Actually, it's more like a noise sound than a certain melody, and I played it with my bassoon. The theme has many forms, and this one is almost a direct sound coming from the instrument.
Alright, you know what? We're just gonna make a run.
And this noise, which sounds like screaming, is a highly modified version of it.
It sounds like I have. It sounds like it's a timer. Alright, yeah, yep. The timer. Alright. So here's the plan. Alright, ready? There's 2 of them? Not fair, not fair, not fair, not fair, not fair, not fair, not fair. Alright, not fair at all. What's over here? Okay, is it 2 hits and I'm dead? What the hell do I do? I tried spinning it, it wouldn't spin. Is he faster than the other one? spinning, I'm 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 spinning. Open! Open! No! No! Guys. Scary. Super scary. What is this? Oh, it's a simple lock, right? Can I pick up any of these books? None of them? They're lying. Oh my goodness. I just get to leave like that? That's crazy. Something large brushed against his leg and he felt himself being dragged. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Hi, I am Tapio, and I made monster sounds and vision sounds for this game. Yeah, I just love this monster. I think it was pretty fun to make because there was underwater sounds as well as sounds from the above. I think I wanted it to sound like a very big monster, but still very fast. And I thought that voice itself needed to be high-pitched screaming because water is splashing around and messing other sounds. Actually, a great example is the attack sound where there is big water splash as it jumps from the water. At the same time, you can hear a short scream sound which is made from the cat sounds. I think it works great.
It does.
I think other great sound is when it's just eating in the level. You can hear it eating meat and hear the bones crashing under the water. I made the eating sounds by walking in the water and breaking dry wooden sticks. The sound itself didn't need much processing or editing because it sounded almost like you hear now. Well, this is Water Monster, so I recorded lots of water sounds. For example, bubble sounds are made with a watering can, which is sunk in the water. And when it's chasing the player, its movement is made by a big rock, which I just threw in the lake. It feels like it's running after you or hitting its big hands on the water. I think there is lots of power in this monster.
Yeah, this monster almost two-tapped me. Like, what the hell?
This level is the high point of the lurker build-up, which sort of started in an entrance level with the slime appearing. It's supposed to be a sort of roller coaster ride and is designed to be easy enough to be completed on the first try. Yet, it should also be stressful. Many of the things in a level that seems like you barely make it are just scripted to be that way.
What?
But it's nothing you notice because they're blended in with the truly deadly stuff.
I just almost died. What do you mean? Like, you telling me that was easy and I nearly died while it's easy? I'm playing on easy mode and dying. I feel so insulted. Whoa, why did it appear? Up it's back. There we go. Alright. Alright. Why are all the doors open to the left? I don't think I'm the right way to go. I was almost like full speed that entire time. How did he hit me? Like, I have to open the doors. He felt himself being hoisted into the ocean. Oh. I need to just get away from here. Anything to get away from there. Like, holy hell, what is this? Whoa. Whoa. have no health though. That's pretty cool.
This is the second hub level of the game, and is supposed to give some contrast to the stressful lurker encounter. We think building up contrast like this is extremely important for the horror mood. Only by seeing a bright level can you appreciate the dark one, and so on. If you do not do this, player will get used to the stuff and the effect will lessen greatly.
You know what? I believe it. I believe in everything they say. Because this game got me stressed out. Got me freaking out and shit. I feel like one of these bosses are gonna have something nice in them. What's upstairs? Got a nice little eagle right there. Oh, there's a... What's this? Study?
In the original pitch, Herbert was a fairly important character,
That's right.
but it didn't really reflect in the games, so we tried a few different things to
Oh.
but it never really made any sense. Herbert was important to Daniel's background, but in the end he didn't have any impact on the story happening right now, that is, the conflict between Daniel and Alexander. So, most of his things was cut.
My journal is gone. What would they want with my journal?
Oh, am I healed?
Daniel is a pretty complicated character to write for, as we didn't want the player to feel that they were losing control by having feelings imposed on them. After the amnesia kicks in, everything which is Daniel is essentially gone. The player is the new Daniel, and he should be able to act the way he pleases, and even reject his own background as he discovers it. That is why everything concerning Daniel is flashbacks. Even the diary entries are read as what is being told is happening right now. That is, it is the old Daniel telling the story, and not the player reading it.
One of these times it's gonna drop something. What? Mink. Booyakasha. Yeah. Oh,
In this room, everything is connected to destruction and home. This was Daniel's home as Alexander's guest, and the diary entries are about Daniel being home in London and things falling apart. These sort of connections are not something that we want the player to get. Rather, it should end up in the subconscious and work toward building the mood. Also worth noting is this focus, as explained in the commentary of Wine Cellar, where we want the player's attention on a certain aspect. We hope this makes the story clearer. The idea is to slowly build it up, one part at a time, giving the player time to digest and think about it.
okay. You're doing a pretty good job about that.
When we create props, we usually have concept pictures or reference images to look at when modeling the object, just to make sure it stays within the art style that we are going for. When creating a chair, a table, or a bookcase, just to name a few, we usually have to plan the measurements before we get them into the game, because having something in the game that isn't the right size can break the immersion. But sometimes you have to cheat that and test it out, because the camera perspective can really trick you. I have the perfect example of the camera tricking you sometimes. Take out the lantern in-game and look at the wall or an object in the same height as the lantern and try guessing how big the lantern will be next to that object. Then walk up as close as you can to that object and compare. If you got a good example out of this, you see that the hand and lantern is in fact very small, but it feels right when it's close to the camera. But we don't want to go on gut feeling on the measurements of every object. That could really get out of hand quickly, and a lot of things could feel out of place. So it's basically a matter of changing the scale if it feels weird.
That is pretty cool.
Modeling the prop, we try to make it as close as the reference images as we can, or if you got a sketch, that is. It's often a quite simple process that usually doesn't take that much time, but it completely depends on what it is and if the sketch we have are detailed. Before giving the model a texture or working on that, we need to create a UV map for it. A UV map can best be described as an image with painted and edited details to it that is wrapped around the object. So the texture for a cardboard box, for example, would look like a box that you have unfolded onto the ground. After the UV map is created, we start to work on the texture. And here, we usually start with adding untouched materials like wood or metal, and these are from free photos found on the internet. We also paint in dirt in corners, highlights on the edges to enhance them. You can also bake and add an ambient occlusion map to the texture, which is basically a process where the computer calculates where the texture should be dark and where it should be light. We often generate a normal map based on certain details in the texture. A normal map uses light to add bumps or dents without using more polygons on the object. For specular maps, we use the red channel for the intensity level of the map and the green channel to determine the power of it. After all the textures are done, we export them to collada format and import them to our editors. There, we set material values, create bodies for collision, and stuff like that.
Okay, that sounds pretty cool. That sounds pretty darn cool.
2nd of July, 1839. I received a letter today from the Algerian governor's office disclosing the fate of Herbert's expedition. About a week after my departure, Abdullah, one of the men traveling with us, returned from the desert. He was badly injured, as if maimed by a lion. The man rambled deliriously about the expedition being attacked by something horrible. The French quickly dispatched a search party to look for the expedition. After searching for days, they found the camp abandoned without any trace of Herbert or his men. Tomorrow, I'll retrieve the things they recovered from Herbert's tent at the customs house. I don't know what to make of it, but I'm worried for him.
Alright. We like Herbert, and we look for men because Herbert has men.
3rd of July, 1839. Today I picked up Herbert's things at the customs house. I dug through the trove of documents he had carried and found a log detailing the expedition. The nature of this text ranged from quick notes to colourful accounts of transpired events. I skimmed the pages, trying to figure out what might have happened. May 17th, the day I was trapped inside the orb chamber, Herbert dryly states, "Recovered Daniel after 1 hour of entrapment." This confused me greatly. I was suffocating within minutes. How could I have lasted an hour? I continued reading the peculiar text. Herbert states his facts without judgment or passion, but suddenly I could read frustration into his text. He pushed his men to investigate the underground tomb, an effort which seems to have strained the minds of his men. Madness spread through the ranks, and Herbert had to take some extreme measures to continue. He finally visits the chamber himself, where he retrieves the orb to the surface. His account confuses me greatly. If he has the orb, what are those pieces in my drawing room?
Right, what are those pieces? Because I don't know. Alright, so we don't like Herbert because Herbert sounds like he's been doing some bad stuff to us because he retrieved after 1 hour. Like, he knows exactly what we went in there and exactly when we came out. Unless I'm just missing a part and like yeah. Okay, you can't kick the door open. You can't use this either. Use this. Oh. I just used a crowbar. I did. Oh wait, it's right here. Aha!
The key. Please, let it be here.
I thought the crowbar disappeared. Wait, can I pick it back up? Oh, it broke. Oh. R.I.P. crowbar. Alright. Oh. Oh. Okay. Go for anything I can. What? What the hell? I did hide in the closet. Was I not in the closet? Oh, I need to be in this closet? I thought I was safe because I was in the closet.
4th of July, 1839. It's done. The orb is assembled. I was awakened by an exhausting nightmare. Shaking and sweating, I retired to the drawing room with a cup of tea. The relic pieces lay spread across the table as I'd left them, but somehow I knew how it was supposed to be. I fetched the tar, which I had prepared to fix the pieces together, and without fault I joined them, producing the orb I remembered so clearly. The tar proved unnecessary. It was pushed out from the joining pieces as they merged on their own, with no adhesive. The ancient stone relic now rests on my table. Its immaculate surface and perfect shape could have been molded by a factory. This is all too strange.
So, that's my first death. I hid in the closet. I feel like that's a little bit of a scam. There was a closet on both sides. Like, how was I supposed to know that one closet was safe and one wasn't? I didn't realize there was a closet on the right side. I didn't even open it yet. I thought this was a safe area too. Now I know what that word is. Biblia. It's Bible. And in Latin. Come on, man. What? I don't know why. Oh, I can't just the other window. Oh. Oh. I'm not gonna read it out loud. Why does it sound like a dying dog? I don't like that sound at all. throw something out the window? Can I break the underwood off? No. This is very disturbing.
Let's see what you have to offer.
No! No! What the hell?
What a mess. I should have sharpened the saw, but I can sense it. It's definitely there.
Sense what? Your animosity to the animals? What they do to you? What if he was a guard dog, okay? I don't know what I'm doing. Don't question me. Why did he need a shell? I swear the dog moved for a second. Is that thing gonna come alive and freaking bite me? And chase me around? Huh. Clippers. Clip, 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 clip. Clip, clip, clip. Alright. Okay, I'll cover this. After a short study, it is clear that the aggression found among humans can be found in the dog. Fear and pain induce stress, which seems to trigger an indigenous response, causing the animal to burst with energy. I believe the catalyst is produced in the brain. It is difficult to determine exactly where and what it is, but I can sense it. It reeks of cosmic genesis. There is an inherent problem in harvesting this energy since the creature is bound to die from the exercise. I must refine this process to enable any real work to be done. More experiments must be performed, but it seems that only human beings are able to produce the amount necessary. It might be their ability to appreciate the severity of the process that ultimately augments their experience of terror. This guy sounds like a straight psychopath. I don't care what type of science you're doing here, psycho. Oh, this is that psychopath. Why he look like that? He look like a rat. Hold up. Like I'm not the only one seeing that, right? Rat attack. Okay. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. Like you're killing my sanity right now. I only have so much. Further disappointment, the antiquarian's latest findings yielded nothing. I'm still unable to grasp the inner workings of life and its relation to the power I sense within it. I shall pursue more books on the subject, but I suspect it will be in vain, since no research has made in the particular interest. I must attempt to fill that void myself. Clearly humans emanate more energy I seek, but I hope animals will suffice, as they would prove less of a hassle to acquire. Bro, he's not, like, uncomfortable with acquiring humans for this task. He just doesn't want to because it's hard to do so. Like, what? Really? Nothing? legitimately nothing? Alright. I feel like something's gonna happen on the way back. Or not. Alright, we made it out of there alive. Holy heck. That went pretty well. Alright. Well, we've made it to the second checkpoint, right? And we have to go this way. Looked at everything else. We've appreciated bright lighting. Listen to the other story. What's over here? Yeah, no thank you. How many tinder boxes do I have? I have 16 tinder boxes. 4 oils. Okay, so the blood goes this way, right? Alright, yeah. So it looks like the other way is a detour. What's it say? Storage? Alright, I think that's what we're gonna do next time. Storage. And this right here shall be thy thumbnail. Or maybe I should back up a little bit. What do you think? Get the whole door frame in the first shot. I like that. I like that a lot. Alright guys, it was a fun stream. But I'm gonna end it a little short, you know. I got some things to do and edit. But it was fun. It was in fact very fun. I'll see you next time. Peace out.